like to remind everybody that always, in real life, over tabletop role-playing games, if something comes up, that's why we've been out for a month, is because a whole lot of everything's been happening.
Yep.
Yeah, and speaking of that,
not liking being in the States.
speaking of that, I guess it's time to address that elephant in the room, and I'm not talking about Toba, Storm, Jay. I know you're thinking it.
I thought he was a Loxodon, not a
Shut up!
Yeah.
It's funny that they called them out, not the DM, because he knows who's God around here.
Yeah, but they'd probably beat you to the punch.
As long as I get my uppies, you can say whatever you want.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, real talk. I know some of you who've been around for a while are missing a certain Ganassi Ranger that's usually with us. I'll just cut right to the chase. Some personal stuff has happened with Jean, to where she has ultimately elected to basically set out for the unforeseeable future. So, while it is unfortunate that we did miss a really fun person in our campaign, I mean, let's face it, she freaking shot a goblin into a fire pit while she was asleep. That is an amazing feat in its own right. So, but as we said, we love D&D, but we also need to understand that in real life things stuff in real life takes precedence over D&D or any sort of gaming social. So, Gene, if you're listening, we do thank you for being with us for the 10 episodes that you were here. I know you're still with us in your heart. You're still with us in our hearts. And remember, if you ever decide to come back, we'll leave a seat open for you, okay? And that's oh goodness, I forgot. Kiki, I'm terribly sorry. Did you want to plug yourself while while you're getting that figured out?
Hold on.
Sure. You can find me on Kloolas Larspawn and TikTok, and as Kloolas Larspawn on Tumblr.
Well, there you go.
We are right now in the same room. We're actually trying to set her up so that we can go ahead and get started.
Yeah,
apologies for the delay.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's been 2 days trip from Canada to down here.
Yeah, all the way over to my little abode. Took about a good 10 hours to do collectively, which was crazy. And then we had to go take a rest stop for the night over at one of our other admins on the Retro Planet Discord place along the way. So yeah, that was fun.
Absolutely.
And we're only just now, after a long nap, I'm sorry, didn't mean to do this. After a long nap, we just got done trying to set us all up. Anyway, all right, the floor's with you now.
All right. Finally, for myself, you can find me right here at twitch.tv/Rikkaku the Sai-Krowe, underscores underneath each name. You're already here. You already have the URL. I do need to do more streaming here aside of just D&D work, aside of the Alpha Chronicles. But in all honesty, between this, doing stuff for Retro Planet, and then starting my new job, which, as unglorious as it may be, it's a paycheck. It's me putting food on the table. I really don't care at this point. So it's going to be a little harder for me to do personal live streams on that front, but you can find me here if you're ever interested in that. Also, as I mentioned, I am an editor for Retro Planet here, so you can find my work at youtube.com/@itsRetroPlanet. So, just towards the end of last month, we uploaded our most recent episode, which is Until We Win Earthworm Jim 2. Definitely go and check that out if you have not already. And while we're getting that figured out, let's shout out to some people in the chat. We've got Red Jesus Main or Jesus Main. I'm not sure how you want me to pronounce that. I've always
What's up, Red Boy?
Got Red here. Thanks for coming out. We've got Icky6, i.e. Ghost, who's another great Twitch streamer. Y'all need to give her.
I gotta thank you specifically, Icky Sticks. Sorry to take this away from you, Rikkaku boy. But Icky Sticks, thank you for so much for allowing us over to your abode to spend the night and just kind of recuperate as we traveled our way back to our town. So thank you so much for doing that. Gonna have to do it again.
And then I don't know if she's still here or not, but another shout out to Irish Banshee, who's also here, who is family. Is family on my end. Hope you're doing all right. And yeah, just how's everyone else in the chat doing? While we getting this figured out, let's see. We out here putting food on the table. It's literally me, LAMO. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, hold on a second. I think I got myself figured out. I'm doing this on my iPad.
Yep.
Launch game, come on.
You hanging out? That's good, man.
We're doing this through. We're just doing this through. Whatchamacallit? For tablet.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, before I forget, because I totally need to start plugging this. Just in case you want to, if you're joining us for the very first time, and you haven't heard me listen to the previous episodes, the VODs are up on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@retroplanet. I don't know why they put that @ there anymore into the URL. It just doesn't flow as much, you know? But if you also look up D&D World or Opulencia Chronicles on Spotify, podcast versions will be there as well. We're currently up to 10 episodes. I believe this is episode 11.
Yeah.
That we are currently on. So give this a listen if you like what you hear. Maybe consider checking out both the Retro Planet YouTube and Spotify, and get a nice little recap.
All right.
So,
all right.
While they're getting that figured out, why don't we go back around the table and everyone just describe what you guys have been playing recently. Wabbit, let's start with you.
You really want to know? Okay, Final Fantasy 14. That's basically what I've been playing. Oh boy, just super. Yeah, there's a lot to do in that game. Oh,
absolutely. Yeah, I actually saw you go through the last little bit of Endwalker, wasn't it? Right?
Oh yeah, the Endwalker 6.0. Holy smokes! Not to spoil for anything. Well, then again, it's also like 500 or 600 hours. I've been playing since this January, so don't do the math. Don't do the math. Please don't.
It's fine. To be fair, I am, and I'm pretty sure Jay is. The last time we played, we're still in Heaven's Ward.
Yep.
Yeah. Unless Jay went a little further.
The fucking dragon that we cannot kill.
Which one is that? Race Nidhogg? The other Nidhogg?
The one that spawns 2 dragons after you get to the top. It's like a ghost dragon or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, that's Midgard Sommer. That's actually at the end of A Realm Reborn.
What?
At least I think.
Yeah, dude, you and I, you, me, and Fang, we got through A Realm Reborn. We're on Heaven's Ward now.
No, I know we are, but I know exactly where we are because we kept dying.
Yeah. For me personally, when I was last playing, I was going through another job quest for the Red Mage, and I got stuck on it was the level 61, I believe. It's where you fight the rival, and you have to fight him while protecting your partner. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, Wabbit.
I haven't touched Red Mage yet because there's so many jobs.
Okay, so.
But yeah, don't worry about it. It's a job quest. It's hardly story relevant. Isn't that right, Dragoon? Wait.
Wait. Yeah. Anyway, Jay.
I think I'm in.
All right, we in? We good?
Oh, we in? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's table this question for later.
Yeah, okay. I was going to start going on my Dome and Mahjong record, but never mind.
And here I was about to tell you how many games I beat under the same month.
Well, just for the sake of consistency, let's just quickly go down and just finish the conversation right quick. Retro, what was the last game you played?
The last couple of games that I got to
Just
play were for
the
the.
last current one.
I was just gonna go through them all, but all right, fine.
No. There's a feedback thing.
What?
I can hear you here, and I can hear myself on your microphone here. And
You gotta mute.
I know I need to mute myself on this thing, but I don't know if that's what's.
No. Mute me on your thing. Mute me on your thing. Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I have you on. Anyway, fine. If you don't want to hear all about how many legendarily difficult games I beat, the last one was Ghosts and Goblins. All right, there you go.
Okay.
Let me see if this works.
On NES. There you go.
Jay, what was the last game you played?
Party Animals, actually,
Party-
on the stream.
Oh, was that on your stream or was that during
That was
Rainey's?
Rainey's birthday stream.
Okay. Right on. Stormpye, I know you've been busy with IRL stuff. Have you been playing any games recently?
Games, along with the streaming and everything else. There's, I guess, one game I could think of. It's like an indie kind of game. It's called My Time at Sandrock.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really fun game. It's like a cross between Stardew Valley and like think of like an MMO of some sort.
I think Fang was playing that.
It's a really
sounds
fun
very
one. It
familiar.
really is. It's a lot of. They have My Time. What is it? My Time in Portia was the first one they came out with. Then it's My Time in Sandrock. It's kind of the same world concept, post-apocalyptic world kind of thing.
There you go. The last game I played was I was playing more on Crash Team Racing Nitro Field. Like I've just kind of gotten into a kart racing bit, a kick again, and I still have a few more characters I need to collect coins to unlock because I'm not going to give into microtransactions. So I was just earning coins during the weekend bonus of the year where they kind of give out like double the payout. So.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
But what about you guys in the chat? What was the last game you guys were playing? Why am I turning on my Xbox controller? Good grief.
Are people able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear you, Kiki.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we're all finally set. We're ready to go.
Should be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys in the chat, go ahead and type in what you guys were last game you guys played since we met up for tonight, and if we're all good to go, Wabbit, go ahead and take us away.
All right, before we get things going, we need you to get a shout out to the people providing the audio. That would be Tabletop Audio, and we're also using The Pyre by Kevin MacLeod. Both of these groups graciously allow their music to be used under Creative Commons. They require attribution. This is that attribution. And now, after a long wait, it's time once more to return to the world of Opulencia.
Finally.
I know, right? Our adventurers have come back from an encounter at the mountains. A number of them went to the top, scattered some ashes, that came back and attacked them twofold, and they defeated whatever was happening there. And as they were tired, separately, Baggin Raggin was noticing that someone was being sneaky around camp. Went to go find them, and finding Corrind, who is a half. Let me check. Where is? Oh, Aasimar of some sort, and kind of getting lost on the way back, but being led by a familiar dragon-like creature that the other characters knew, but these two did not. They made their way to close to the top of the. Actually, they made their way to the top of the mountain. Met with the gang. Y'all came back. Walked over for a couple days. And when they finally arrived in Wardbloom, they told their tale to the proprietor of the Adventurers Guild. And before they set out for the night, the chef, Mac, let them in on a little something that was happening towards the end of the month. The king's tournament. But in order to participate in the King's tournament, they would need to have a team name. And that night, after some quick deliberation, the Moonfires have officially been formed. So with that, everyone is at their wonderful... Oh, it's been a wonderful night. Let me turn on some nice quiet cove, as it is now... let me just make sure I got the correct layer and put this to the back. It is now morning. Drogar. It also says you're muted here, buddy, just to let you know, at least on my end.
Oh yeah, no worries. I'm listening. I'm just
Okay. Yep.
trying to be conscious.
Yep. Drogar, as you awake this morning, you get the sense that something is off. Slowly getting up. Yep. As you browse, you notice that is Toba in his bank bed, or is he outside doing some other stuff?
He's doing his usual shtick. He's meditating.
All right, meditating outside. So you're used to seeing that, Drogar. I mean, at this point, Baggin Raggin's there, Veronan is there, but there appears to be something wedged underneath the door to your quarters.
What's this?
He picks it up and opens it and begins to read.
All right, you fished it out, and on the very front is the name Drogar, written lovingly. A little bit of a wet spot on there for some reason. As you carefully open up the letter, you come to realize that it is from Crispy. And I will not read this letter aloud. It's something that Jean wrote in our Discord for Drogar.
Just
I think it's in the table.
I think it's in the table. Let me
It
just
is in
go
the
ahead.
table. So this is the letter to
There it
you.
is.
Let's see. Let's see.
From Crispora to Drogar. See, I had to go back home today. After the last battle, I desperately needed some time to think about things. However, I felt it wouldn't be right to abruptly leave without giving you this notice. Drogar, I wanted to tell you this for a while now, and I felt now would be the best time to say, I love you. If you or the others would like to write, here is the mailing address. This is just the postal service station. She's going back to work there. If I reconsider my options, I may be back in town someday, but until then, I bid you farewell. Delta, Crispora, and the band deck. Crispy.
He just starts feeling this kind of emotion he never even knew, and he folds the paper and puts it in his back pocket just to hold it close, and he just mutters something under his breath. I'm not about to say it, but he's definitely going to hold on to this for a while.
Okay, go ahead and add Crispy's letter to your inventory. Or I can do that real quick.
Oh, yes, I can do it as well, but if you'd like to do it really quick.
You go ahead and do that. It's your letter. So.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Okay.
So you can add custom item.
So. Yep. Veronan, Baggin Raggin, this early in the morning, you are woken up to the sounds of a Dragonborn sniffling a little bit.
Veronan's going to take notice of this, and he's going to kind of tilt his head a little bit. He senses that something's different.
You definitely feel like this morning there's something
Something's missing.
off.
Yes, he feels something's off. Something is definitely missing, and he's going to look at Drogar. Is everything okay, Drogar?
This Kirsty is not with us anymore. She's gone home.
Oh, that's sad.
She also apparently loved me and gave me this note. I'm going to be keeping.
Veron's going to respect Drogar's privacy and not pry too much into what the letter actually says.
At
Well,
this
that was
point, oh, sorry, go on.
he's just going to say, well, that was thoughtful. I hope she's well.
At this point, I'll kind of start like being groggy, woken up, like, like kind of that dry, snoring type of like wake up, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, been there before.
Don't have sleep app machines here. But and so I'll kind of like open my eyes, I'll look around the room, and I'm just be kind of like, I kind of can feel the room, like it's like that presence, and I'll just be like, what's going on?
Yep. You see Veronan and Drogar, they've woken up. Look over towards the window, and you see Ursus, and his nose is pushed up right up against the glass. And, yep.
Just like, what the? Oh, it's the bear!
The bear doesn't pay any attention to you. He's just looking at Drogar, and you can... If bears could cry, you think this one would.
I just say, like, is everything okay with the bear?
It's fine.
All right.
Yep. Ursus like puts one paw on the glass of the window.
Oh,
It's like the Christmas shoes commercial. Oh my goodness.
And Drogar, of course, he puts his claw where the paw would be on the windowsill, just trying to do his best to reassure Ursus that everything is going to be fine, though his face definitely doesn't show it right now. He's just kind of if that quivering chin thing that people do when they're like really sad. That's what Drogar's doing right now.
All right. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have Hum. How soundly are you sleeping right now?
she's technically asleep, but she's also really deep in a nightmare. She's just really stuck in a nightmare. She's not shivering this time, but she is whimpering. She just can't move.
Note to self, make a nightmare scenario, but for later.
Okay.
So, as you're in this nightmare, the shapes of whatever past is going on, you hear this. You are awoken by the sound of Corrind in their bed, just.
Corrind? Corrind, are you alright?
But I'll be fine.
Oh dear. Are you sure? That sounds very painful.
It must have been from the woods or something. Oh, goodness. It definitely seems like she's sick and out of commission.
Key.
Yeah,
Corrind,
haha.
Oh.
Corrind, they're out of commission.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Corrind is non-binary. That's like
Yeah.
Yeah. When I said she, I meant like the actual player. So
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Yep, they are out of commission. So sorry, Kel, if I did something wrong there. You can yell at me later.
Yeah, when you have a voice.
Yep. So oh, come on. Why can I not simply... I have the... Oof. There we go. All right. extras, notes, description. Positive traits. All right, yeah. As far as I could, gender male, but I think they use non-binary terms. So yeah, Corrind is just line sick. They're just nothing's great. Corrind turns over. It's like, where's Crispy?
What? Hold on. She gets out of bed and looks around the other beds, doesn't see Crispy anywhere.
Huh?
Maybe she's already gone to the guild? Or maybe she's trying to wake up the others? Although, considering we can't hear Drogar anymore, she may have already succeeded. Are you going to be... She goes over to Corrind and just places a hand on his forehead.
It is definitely a little on the warm side.
Oh. I think it'd be best that you stay put here. Oh,
DM.
well,
Sorry.
are you? I'll have to let the front desk know that you may be in need of some especially good care, and they'll definitely let you even know that you're going to be out of commission for a little bit.
I'm a cleric. I'll be fine eventually. Ow, wow, that is actually hurting me a little bit.
Quick question, DM.
Yes.
Where I'm meditating, am I near the window of where Hum and Corner be sleeping?
Quick, to the map of Wardbloom! Alright, so... You would be right about here, I think, is what... this is like... Here's the guild. Hopefully y'all can see this.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright,
Yep.
so yeah, this would be like the main entranceway. Over here... in my mind, like, the girls would be over here and the guys would be over here.
Then okay, yeah.
I just realized what I just drew. Nope, that's bad.
You didn't see nothing, Twitch.
I beg to differ. I saw a
Shut
big.
It was an elephant! It was an elephant!
I don't know. That looked pretty much like a.
Shut it, Banana Lord.
George, it totally looks like Toba. It's okay.
Yes. Okay. Yes. It looked like me.
Or
Anyway.
Toba's.
I will have Rady make you a banana lord crown.
Sure, it made me send you a banana. That's the worst you can do.
Make a sombrero out of bananas. Anyway, yes. Toba
Twitch chat.
would Toba would probably be about right where the outside the window where Hum and them would sleep. Usually sleep. Next
Okay.
question, Hum. Did you guys have the window open by any chance?
I don't know. Probably yes, because it was. I'm assuming it was a nice, clear night and whatever. Maybe because she had the window open so that Crispy could feel a little bit better because she noticed that she was on edge. So yeah.
DM, would I have to roll like a perception check to hear whether or not if Hum asked about Crispy?
You are deep in your meditations right now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it might have. Yep. So I'm going to say for right now, as we've seen what Hum and Corrind are up to. We've seen what the three boys are up to, and the bear.
Yes.
And now for Toba. You are deep in your meditations, and most of the time this is usually uneventful.
Mm-hmm.
But this time,
Uh-oh.
you're going to a slight bit of a trance. Hopefully this audio is coming through.
Yes, it's coming through.
All right. You are like doing here, and all of a sudden you feel as you're no longer sitting outside of a small inn's window. You feel as if you are sitting at the very edge of a cliff.
What?
But it's not like your legs are dangling off the side. It feels like you were there with a purpose. And that saber that you have balanced around your tusks, it feels heavier. And it feels kind of lopsided, almost.
That's strange. This is usually light as a feather.
And as your mind's eye opens, you realize that you are sitting at the edge of a cliff, at the edge of a cliff, looking out above the water that is going out across the horizon. And in the distance is a familiar Stricchio island.
Is that...
As you look forward, yep, Stracchio, you see like what looks like a volcano off the distance, just erupting right in front of you. And the island is getting closer and closer and closer. And as it gets closer, you stop and think, what is going on? You look down. That cutlass is not really a cutlass. It is instead a club of some sort. It is... Let me just double check it. Yep. It is certainly long. On one end, it looks like there is a ball with a wasp inside. Hang on. So there's an amber, there's a wasp, and it's being held by the mouth of a great serpent of some sort. And that little wasp that's on the inside is just crawling around on the inside. Really enough. Like looking at you, looking at the island as it's getting closer and closer and closer. Oh. It seems like that volcano's about to erupt. Nope, as you know, Corrind's hacking up a lung right now, and as you are jolted awake from your meditative stance, the cutlass kind of just ding ding ding. Well, not that. Metal pipe sound .mp3 lands on the ground.
Actually, he probably would have after hearing the cough, after being disrupted, he would have probably pulled out the scimitar as if somebody was trying to attack him. Ah, what? Who?
All right. But you come to your senses and realize what you saw was not reality, perhaps. But maybe it is... You have a hunch in your head what you might want to do.
The crafting ceremony. Is it that time? Looks like I've got some work to do. Toba will grab, he's a little shaken up, but he's going to pick up the scabbard of the scimitar and put it away. But
Okay.
first, above game, would he have, obviously Toba was out earlier, would he have seen Crispy leave before everyone woke up?
That is a question, actually. I would imagine that Crispy would have left sometime early in the morning. So, would you have noticed a letter on the ground on the way out? Or, it's at this point, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think like the timing in my head of like how long your meditative stance is, like, crack of dawn, whatever.
It's right after crack of dawn as the sun rises.
Yep. So I would say that, as you got out and did that, Crispy would have been like just after you had done that for a couple of minutes. So while you were getting into your meditative state, you probably did not notice Crispy leaving.
Okay, then.
Yep. Try and keep things, straight as possible.
Yeah, then scratch that mindset. Never mind. So as he does that, it's like, well, if I'm going to do this, looks like I already got a head start. He reaches behind him, and he pulls out what is basically a belaying pin. For anyone who's familiar with naval ships or anything like that. Basically, it's used to anyway. It was used by old naval vessels, but for pirates, it could also be used as as an improvised weapon, more or less. And that's one of the things he held onto from his ship, aside of the helm that he used as a shield. Well, better place to start. I guess I should check with the guild hall before that. But first, let me check on everyone. Something else doesn't feel right.
Okay. That is not the... Somehow I got stuck on drop one. Clear drawings and text. All right. So you head back into the inn. Drogar, Baggin Raggin, Veronan. So in the morning, you have your moment of Ursus and Drogar doing the paw thing. Paw to hand.
Oh.
Ursus then, takes his paw off. He, removes his nose, with a lovely sound. There's like this big smudge on the window on the outside.
You just see Baggin Raggins. He's just consoling. He's just like starts singing like, "It'll be okay."
And all of a sudden, as you guys are sitting there, you hear like a muffled from what appears to be the quote-unquote women's side of this dormitory setup.
Mm.
Since I'm already in the hallway and I heard the coughing.
Yep, you're hearing this coughing for sure behind a closed door.
I'm gonna knock on I'm gonna knock on the door where the coughing's coming from. So.
Yep. So you hear the. Boop, 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 boop.
That must be Toba.
Hey, it's Toba.
Hello there. Is Christy with you?
I'm sorry?
Is Christy with you? She's not in here.
No, I hadn't seen her since last night. I heard coughing. What's going on?
Corrind has come down with something. He's going to be sitting the day out. I think opening the window last night was a bit of a mistake.
Okay, well, Corrind, if you need anything while we're out, just let us know. We'll grab it.
Hi.
Water would be great.
Hum will go to her basket and leave Corrind her water skin that she bought while at Otto's Emporium.
Oh, thanks. I'm assuming it has water in it.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. They reach for it. They, shaking around a bit. There's still some. Just gotta take it slow. Slice it slow. Yep. They give you a thumbs up. And,
Hum will just pat Corrin's head. Keep it with you. You're certainly going to be needing the liquid you can get. Liquid and rest.
Yep. Thank you. They just lean back and they're taking pillows and they're getting like a inclined backrest sort of thing going on.
Hum will hum Corrind to sleep.
It doesn't take very long before. I'll give Corrind cute snores.
There you go.
Alright.
Rest easy, dear. And she'll pick up the basket and carefully make her way out to meet up with Toba.
Alright. As Hum comes out, Toba will about face and open the door to the guy's room.
And
hey, fellas.
I mean, you would have noticed on your way in that Ursus was staring at a window with his paw on, and you never thought of it. But now, as you come around the corner, you see that the boys are there. You see Drogar's over by the window. Veronan and Baggin are near him. Ursus is on the other side, looking in, but mostly not looking into the room, but looking at Drogar.
Drogar, is something troubling you, bud?
I'd be lying if there wasn't. I got this new Crispy. She's no longer going to be with us. She went back home. And, well, I'll let you read the letter from here.
And he trusts Toba enough for this. He picks out the note in his pocket and he passes it along, and he just lets him read it, and he's just looking down, just kind of defeated almost.
Toba will take a moment to read it.
Yep, you read the letter. Do you read Draconic at all? I don't believe you do.
No, I don't.
Okay.
That's actually
So-
something I need to talk to you above game, but we can discuss it later.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
So-
it was in common, most of it was.
No, it wasn't draconic.
It wasn't draconic.
Some of it was. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Most
Very
of it's
specific.
comic, but there's one particular line you look at and you don't recognize what it reads. But for the most part, you do get the sense that this is a goodbye letter from Crispy to Drogar.
Well, I may not be able to understand what it's saying, but I still get the point. Toba will go up to Drogar, gingerly put the letter back in his hand, and using his trunk, he'll wrap his trunk around his head and bring him to his chest.
Aww.
Oh,
Elephant hug.
oh, ain't that cute?
Yeah.
Oh,
Drogar, she may not be with us physically anymore, but she'll always be with us in our heart. Going forward, whenever we fight, we will fight for her. And
Yeah,
don't ever see it as goodbye, buddy. Think of it as we'll see her again. In one way, shape, or form. But if I know her, she would want us to continue and press on.
I will. I actually plan to give her some of the money that we might get along the way. Just so you are.
That's not a bad
Just
idea.
because
yeah.
I might even pitch in a little myself. She's helped us this far. It's what she deserves.
Thank you, friend.
Hey,
I won't say it enough.
Toba will put both of his hands on his shoulders. It's what we do. We look out for each other.
Right.
Now,
He does begin to calm down though, and he wipes the tear off his eye and flicks it off. And looks to the others in the room, whoever they may be. I'm assuming our little Baggin is in the corner, still singing his silly song.
Storm.
Oh no.
I was gonna say, did he fall asleep again?
I kind of got lost there for a second. Like I was trying to follow along with that, and then it got sad, and then I was like, I was like, okay. So remind me what's going on.
Just a very touching moment.
Yeah,
I was in the moment.
that's okay. Also, above game, Storm, you're not in the game.
Not?
Oh no. No, you're not.
Did not join it.
I am.
That's so
Oh.
weird.
Well, we don't see you here.
Weird.
Oh,
We don't see
weird.
your name, bud.
Oh,
Yeah.
We gotta reset the. Do we have to refresh the page? Is that what needs to happen? We gotta reset the page.
I was in it earlier.
Yeah.
All right.
I might have accidentally deleted it. What happened actually was I tried to get on D&D Beyond.
There you go.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There you
There we go. There goes one. And okay. Yep. All right.
All right, there
Everybody's
we
in. Everybody's
All right, we're
in.
in.
Yay.
Okay, sorry
All right.
about that. Anyway,
So after this, wonderful, touching moment, some of you hear a somewhat familiar voice outside. Oh, hello there, Ursus. How are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
It's the man.
Yep.
It's the man.
The man, the myth, the legend, the adorable little raisin.
So, Baggin Raggin, you hear this?
Oh, it's like, hello, Ursus, how you doing?
You see this very old halfling shuffling his way across the streets, and Ursus takes a moment to look at him, and for those who can see Ursus's tail, it's slowly but surely starting to wag faster.
Oh,
Stubby tail.
Yep. And
I was like, how you doing there, boy? Is your master coming out yet? I hope it would be soon.
I tug on Toba's. Honestly, I don't know if it would be your leg because I'm so small. Like, would it be your leg hair? Probably. Like,
Please.
so I don't know if I would be able to get your pants or whatnot, but I tug on your hair, and I kind of
Let's say the cuff of my boots.
all right, your cuff of your boot. I untie them and I tie a knot without you looking.
I have no laces, so good luck with that.
So I kind of like whisper to Toba, "Who's the old geezer?"
Oh, he's one of the priests here in town. Actually, we helped him out with the previous outing long before we met up with you.
Oh, okay.
he's not a priest. He's not a priest.
okay, so Toba, retcon. So you look outside and you recognize Georgie, who was the former head of the Adventurers Guild in
The head of the
Kovacia.
Adventurers Guild. I thought he was part of a church. Never mind.
I thought you said he was part of a church, so he's the head.
I never said that. He used to be the head of the Adventurers Guild.
But you just okay, what?
No,
You
You know what? Hum is listening to this. She hasn't gone into the boys' room. She's listening to Baggin and Toba just arguing from inside.
Okay, well,
What are you guys doing?
So, Kiki, you're coming through on Retro's side, and Retro's still got this Drogar thing going. So what we heard was the funniest thing ever.
Oh no! Oh dear.
My bad.
So now we know what Kiki sounds like if she smoked a pack a day for like 3 years.
Lovely.
So, you're standing outside the room, and you hear the faint muffled sounds of Georgie outside hum.
I'll be outside, gents, and she'll go out and to check on what's outside. And yeah, she sees Georgie.
Yep, you walk outside, you turn the corner, and there's Georgie petting Ursus. And Georgie looks and say,
Oh, yes, hum, it's wonderful to see you. Oh, goodness. Oh, well,
he's very much on the old side of old, but
I was told to come get your group. Oh, I believe Yuvin had something important to say to you.
Oh dear. Well, we have something. I have something important to say to Yuvin as well, with at least regarding one of our new members.
Oh.
We recently just got a new member, but they've since come down with something. So
That's a shame.
they're just going to stay here and rest as much as they can.
Oh, yes, I suppose. Well,
he's like just petting Ursus. Like the petting is slowing down a little bit. He's like,
if you could get your compatriots, all of them. Well, there was the little blue girl. She was, she stopped by the church earlier as I was leaving. She wanted blessings for a good journey. I'm not entirely sure what's going on between her and your group, but she seemed a little distraught but determined. And there was a message she wanted me to give to all of you, but once all of you come here, I could then deliver it.
Drogar would actually be just outside. He was already he would already have seen him petting Ursus, and he just comes out and just says,
She is not with us in our party anymore.
Georgie looks.
Oh, hello, Joker. Well, you might say that she's left the group, not with us anymore. That makes it sound like she's dead, which I don't think that's quite accurate.
Wait, she left.
Yeah, left. Yeah, but Drogar is saying that she's not with us anymore, which kind of sounds like feudal. I've been through enough of the church dealings to know there are many ways of saying someone has passed on. She's not passed on, she's just left the group. Just say she's left the group.
So at this point,
I didn't know that she has left the group.
That's kind of the reason she wanted me to pass a message, but Drogar, where are the others?
Toba will come out.
Yep, Toba walks out.
Master George, it's good to see you again.
It's just Georgie. You can call me that. We're good friends.
Baggin Raggin and Veronan.
Yes.
Let's see what. Oh.
Are you guys here?
Veronan and Baggin.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
here.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kiki, it doesn't look like you're in the game, but all right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, for goodness. It's because I'm in my iPad and I'm trying to switch between. Hold on, is there a way to just?
You want me to help?
Hold on.
All right. While they're doing their thing, Veronan, Baggin Raggin, you are joining the group.
Yes.
So,
We're supposed to move ourselves. Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, I can move you guys wherever I want. So this is more or less for like visual for me for where everyone is. Oh boy, Toba's running behind a bush.
No.
All right. So as everyone gathers around Georgie, who is petting Ursus, no, at this point he gives a good pat to Ursus.
Good lad. Well, Yuvan will want to speak with all of you, but before they do, Crispy stopped by the church, and she asked for blessings on a safe journey back home, which I obliged. I asked her what was going on. She was a little hesitant at answering me, but she said that she needed to return home, and that she hoped that none of you felt any betrayal feelings or anything like that. I reassured her that your group certainly wouldn't do that. She had to leave in an awful hurry. But, she wanted to be...
He motions to you, Drogar, kind of like in a lean over fashion.
Yes.
All right, you slowly lean over then.
yes, he does.
All right, Drogar. As you were leaning over,
Drogar gives him a kiss.
no. Georgie kisses you on the forehead.
That was from Crispy, and she wants you to know that the letter explains all of it, and don't think that came from me, because it certainly didn't.
Georgie kind of turns to the side, wipes his lips a little bit, and he's like,
The things I promised people. Well, when you get to be close to 200 years old, you stop giving a crap. But anyways, she hopes that you all understand that she is needed back at her hometown, and that there is no ill will, bad feelings, or any sort of tension within this group between you and her. She'll most likely always have a room with your group if she ever decides to return, yes?
Yes, of course.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yep, absolutely. She is more than welcome.
welcome anytime back at my table, Gene. We miss you. But,
Indeed.
so, with that out of the way,
George is like, oh, yes, go see, Velith. No, not Velith. That's,
he's like pausing.
oh, why do they all have the same name? It's Yuvan, that's right, Yuvan. Go see Yuvan.
That's actually
Uh,
coincidental. I actually needed to talk with Yuvan anyway. So
Oh, good.
Toba will actually go ahead and Toba will nod respectfully to Georgie and will start making his way to the guild. You guys notice he's got a bit of a hurry in his step a little bit.
Yep. Up to the guild he goes.
Okay.
Oh dear. He seems a little rushed. Wonder if everything's alright.
Right. So Drogar will follow.
All right. Drogar is following. I'm assuming everyone is following. And
Yes.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Everyone
Everybody's
is
got
going
work.
to
Let's
go.
go.
All right. Everyone is going inside of the guild. Let me just get that 1920 speakeasy going. Ah, yeah. Love this side. So, as you all enter in one at a time, first Toba, Drogar. The bear like sets like 1 foot inside and then like steps back, walks backwards a little bit out towards the door, followed by Veronan, Baggin Raggin, and Hum. Yuvan looks around and he's talking with Mac about something. And Mac's like, "Well, hey, I don't know what you're talking about. Really? You really expect me to be that dumb, huh?" I mean, if you have faith. Hey, you guys. He's waving the 5 of you down.
Yuvan, Mac, good morning. How are we?
Yeah, good morning
morning,
there,
Mac.
buddy. Yeah, let me fix you up some light coffee, right, Veronan? So he starts making coffee, putting in just a little bit of creamer. Starts,
Veronan
you know,
just eyes it, twitches
Yep.
like a very little bit.
Twitch.
All right. Yep. So, as everyone's gonna go, Yuvan is like, "All right, well, the next job for you, we haven't quite nailed down the full details of it yet, but you're gonna be helping out Bezin up in double checking my map, Kavacia. It would be Clovenshire. Yes, up north in Clovenshire. But we haven't quite nailed down what it is yet. So, why in the world? Oh, I'm looking at my map and like, why is there half? Oh, that's because it's clear drawings. Oh, come on. I'm clearing map stuff on my end because it's just completely covered. There I go. All right, you guys didn't see that because you're not on that tab.
No, we didn't. see
GM
anything.
problems.
You're good.
Yep. I just needed to make sure that drawings on my map were, accurate and gone. Steven's like, up north in Clovenshire is where you're going to be for your next big job. Bezin is a little eccentric, but don't worry about it. Mac interrupts. Is like, he's also a really good friend. Make sure you tell him that Mac sent you. Yuvan's like, enough, just enough. I don't want you giving them any more ideas. Hey, what are you talking about, huh? And Yuvan just gives him this side eye, this knowing side eye, and he under his hand, he is tapping a particular flyer for the King's tournament. He's like just slowly tapping it, looking at him, glancing over to you. So, Toba, what's up?
I do have something important, but I think we
Oh.
should probably address the other things first.
No.
First off, I'm not sure if it's brought to your attention, but we both brought in another person for the guild, and we've also
Yeah, that would be cool. Oh, what? And as soon as you say lost, he like leans in a bit. Mac, like, as he's trying to say like, hey, it wasn't me, he like stops and like looks at you.
For the sake of brevity, Toba will explain to them about Crispy.
Okay. So Mac's kind of like leaning in. He slides Veronan his coffee without even looking at Veronan. Oh. So yeah, she went back home, huh? He takes out a little shot glass and he takes a bottle from underneath the counter, like pours a quick shot. And isn't that girl? She was real sweet. And takes a quick shot. Yuvan looks over. Is like, really, bro? Mac goes, fine. Pulls out another shot glass and pours a similar amount for Yuvan. Yuvan takes his drink. It's like, here's to Crispy. You know what? Round of quick shots for everybody. And so Mac is like, yep, that's all you, boss. And he, takes out a number of shot glasses and passes it around to everyone.
Veronan dumps it in his coffee and just drinks it.
All right. As you drink this, you're thinking it's alcohol. It's grape juice.
Veronan has this very disgusted look on his face as grape juice does not mix with coffee very well.
I look over and I'm like,
Why are you making that face?
I probably should have warned you. This I don't drink on the job or nothing. This is just grape juice. But the sentiment is still the same, right?
At least it wasn't banana juice.
Why are
Yeah.
you drooling it? That's so gross. Just spit it out.
He takes another
I just notice it. Just like he's just like.
No, it's got a very interesting flavor too. Takes another sip. It's not too bad now.
Yeah, coffee with a little. It's got a weird little tang to it, so it's all right. But yeah, Mac's like, well, here's to the little girl, huh? And Yuvan and Mac, they take their shot glasses, raise it up in the air.
Though physically she's not with us, she still fights within our hearts.
Hi.
To the day she returns.
Hi.
Go ahead, Hum. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just saying that she just lifts up her little glass and nods, head down.
To the day she returns.
To the
To the day she returns.
Yep,
She returns.
to the day she
To the day
returns.
she
And
returns.
Yuvan, takes his shot. Mac is like, the second one ain't gonna hurt. Oh, no, that may not have been too grape juice on my end, but that's fine. Yuvan's like, what was that, Mac? Nothing, boss. So, yep, as I'm assuming everyone takes their shot in a wonderful, quick little ceremony to our wonderful little water genasi.
Hum is
Genasi, right, sorry, there's too many genasis, man.
Hum doesn't actually down it immediately. She gingerly sips it and slowly sips it. She's not that quick with it.
Yep, it's definitely grape juice. It's a little tangy, but it's
Okay.
yep. Eventually, it does go. It's fine. It's very much grape juice instead of alcohol. So,
So, oh, sorry.
Don't worry about it. I was just, yeah.
Alright. Yuvan was trying to say he already knew about Corrind.
no, Yuvan's like, oh yeah, so that I gave them an orientation, right? Just like a real brief orientation. They looked like they were a seasoned veteran, but what's happened to them?
They seem to come down with some sort of sickness, I believe. Toba looks towards Hum.
We left the window open last night so that Christopher could enjoy the fresh air as we slept. And I think he may have come down with something from the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yuvan's like nodding. Yeah. Mac is nodding. Yeah. That'll do it. Yuvan's like, that doesn't sound like anything terribly awful. Just, got to rest up for a couple days maybe. Which is good because it's going to take a couple days for this job to, finalize.
That's my thoughts exactly. This is a blessing in disguise. One, for our newest member to rest up so they're ready to go. Secondly, for another reason. There's something I need to take care of myself. Where would you know would be the best cliffside that points eastward towards the rising sun?
The rising sun, huh?
Yes.
So at this point, so
Hum looks at him just confused.
hang on a sec.
Does
So,
I'm sorry, real quick. Does Toba notice your look?
Would they?
Hum.
Hum has perfected the art of looking around without anyone else noticing her, so
Okay, so
hopefully she's hoping that he didn't.
okay, then you won't. So,
Noted.
So, at this point, Mac and Yuvan's like, hang on, let me just pull up the map of Kavacia, and they pull out map of Kavacia. So they just lie that down there. You're looking for the east? Well, there's a bit of a problem here. You see, all this over here, and Mac is taking his finger and tracing along the mountain line. That's all mountain ranges, bruh. And beyond that, you got Baython. And beyond that, you got Galvadir. And beyond that, you finally get some oceans. But there's not, I'm sure there's some cliff sides there, but man, you were looking at A long journey for that. Does it have to be the rising sun?
It does. It's per Storakian customs.
Oh, Strakian customs. Oh, Strakio. Wait, and Yuvin interrupts. Wait, Storakio Island?
Yes, that is correct.
Storakio Island, and he points his finger over here. Storakio's that way.
I can't see anything. I can see the map, but I can't see you, like...
Oh, that's because I'm drawing on the wrong layer. All right. So, okay, you're seeing this. You're seeing this. You are seeing all. No.
I am
we're not
indeed
We are
seeing
now.
it.
Scribble
We are
knots.
now. We are now.
Okay. So, So, Yuvin. Oh my goodness! I finally found the option to change color. I am happy. So very happy. I drew the wrong layer again.
Hooray!
All right.
At least
So-
you saw it.
Yep. So Max Fingers was tracing over here, and he was telling you there's Bathon, and there's another country called Galvidir off even further east from there. And as you asked the question of, it needs to be towards Strakio Island, and Yuvin leads and goes, Strakio Island? Strakio Island is this way.
It doesn't... Anyway, it doesn't have to face Storakio. It just has to be with where it faces the sun as it rises. As the sun rises to the east, that's where that's where the cliffside must face. If I have to go back to Mount Zureen, that's fine.
Oh, that's a 3 days. That's another week out there? Man. I mean, Mac, so we're going to jump back to inside the guild. Man, that's a long journey for... What is this about?
It's a weapon crafting ceremony. It's a rite of passage for druids of Storakio. He pulls out his scimitar. It's like, by that logic, most people would think that this would have been my weapon, for the ceremony. However, this is crafted as a gift for me helping Storakio fend off the invasion of Enethil. I still have to craft my own weapon. And I already have excuse me?
Do me a favor, roll a perception check for me.
Certainly. First roll of the night.
Huzzah!
Give me a moment, Ty. Where's my moose? There's my moose. You said perception?
Yep, perception check.
Alright, perception. Alright, that is going to be a 14.
Okay. All right. So, continue with your story.
Well, that was basically it. It's like, well, I guess I could say, I guess I could explain what happened. Before I ended up at Storakio, I was a privateer, contracted to another kingdom to raid ships that bore the flag of Enethil. Unfortunately, we knew very little of what we were up against, and we ran headfirst into the superior naval of the Enethilian Empire. Most of all but myself and one of the crew did not survive the assaults. And we washed up on, and that's when we washed up on Storakio. Had it not been for the villagers, we would not have survived. We would have perished, either by thirst or starvation, or become victim of one of the many dinosaurs that lived on Storakio. Before I became a druid, I basically wanted to follow in my own family's footsteps and basically become... It's hard to explain it in my Loxodon tongue, but to the common tongue, it would be the equivalent of an Eldritch Knight. So I guess when the Storakians found me, they saw my heritage of an Eldritch Knight that has gone through my veins in the past. And that's how they were able to take me in first. But as they right as they were nursing us, Enethil was already on their way to Storakio to complete their mission. And for those who are not aware, and told most of you on top of the mountain, Anathiel is on a mission to basically consume all of Opulencia's magic, to basically hoist themselves up as the as the dominant nation here on Opulencia. And one of their stops was to completely eradicate the people of Sterachio and take their and take the grand egg that belonged to the Archdruid Armadon. They succeeded in stealing the egg, but we were able to drive them off before they could slaughter the entire empire, the entire Strakian people. As a way to say thanks for helping them out, they recrafted my blade that was lost in battle, and crafted it from the horn of a Sterachiosaurus, the namesake of the island. And to bring me into their fold as into their druid coven, sent me on this quest to find this particular egg. But to be completely accepted by not only the druids and by the great Quetzalcoatlus, I have to go and create a weapon of my own. And I already have a head start. And he pulls out the blade pin that was left over from the ship. Now I need to gather the rest and find this cliffside so I can complete the ceremony. And if it's I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yuvin Saad's like, that's a pretty tall tale, but I believe you. There's been some weird things around. I've seen it.
Seems a little miffed at the whole tall tale thing. It's like, he gives a look. It's like, you weren't there.
Hum is appearing to be a little miffed too, and she looks to Toba. Is there anything else that we can help with?
Unfortunately, no. I have. You're more than welcome to join me, but I must do this on my own.
If you say so. Just don't hesitate to reach out to us should you ever need the help.
Of course not. But there are at least two things I can at least collect here in town before I have to go out to the woods.
And that would be?
He turns back to Yuvinamak. I need to know a good place. I need a place where I can find leather. A place where I can get a jar. And I need to know where the butcher is.
So when the first two, they both just go autos, and then a butcher. It's like Matt goes autos. Wait, I'm not sure. Yuvin's like, butcher. That is. I'm sure there's a butcher in town somewhere.
You don't know any specifically?
Yuvin turns to Mac. It's like, who's your supplier for the beef around here? Mac is going. It's like, man, I just buy it from the car. Don't look at me. But I mean, there's got to be at least one in town, right?
Would Otto know by chance?
Well, yeah, Otto's like the general store, but if Otto don't got it, someone else does nearby. Otto's kind of like a general store. Most everything, like a little bit of everything, but if it's not specifically there, one of them would know.
Then I'll start with him. One more thing. So from what you're telling me, are you suggesting that Mount Zureen would be my best? Option?
I mean, Yuvin kind of looks down, thinking about it. I mean, if it has to face the rising sun, then yeah, you're looking at a week's journey there and back.
Then I'll do it.
Okay. All right. Well, just make sure you've got everything for the journey.
I will. Thank you for your time. And with that, Toba takes off.
All right. Toba is taking off. And we're going to tokens, move that to the GM layer. So, the rest of you are sitting there, and you see Toba walking off.
And Drogar just kind of waves him off. Not really saying much, but at the very least showing that he's still aware of what's going on, still deep in thought, but at least aware enough to, show he's paying attention. And then he just kind of goes back to just looking down at his glass, just thinking more about what he's going to do.
All right.
Hum looks at Drogar and is a little worried.
For Baggin Raggin's, like, he's just a happy-go-lucky guy, and he's new, so it's not like he has an entire attachments to everything. You know what I mean? So he's just kind of just like, I'm just happy to be here. Like, kind of absent-minded, just kind of like, not like the tongue sticking out slowly a little bit, but kind of the derp phase, but along those lines, maybe.
Eyes go wall-eyed.
Just wang.
Just brushing. I take out my Sarah wig. Just brushing it. Just passing the time. Just passing the time. Learning to braid, maybe.
So Drogar then just looks to.
What about Veronan?
Veronan. Yeah. What about Veronan? I'm so sorry. I forgot he's too busy getting the taste of grape out of his mouth.
Grape coffee.
Grape coffee out of his mouth.
As you're saying this, you see his hands are like slowly starting to vibrate just a little bit.
Yeah. Just him taking a finger to try to wipe the grape out of his mouth. And bleh. Bleh.
I was graped by my coffee.
Why would we do this? But I guess Drogar's just looking around the room, and just he just suddenly kind of just like stands up a little straight and.
So, what do we do now?
Yuvin leans in. It's like, well, honestly, until it sounds like your friend's going to be gone for at least a week. But I mean, that'll be about enough time for Bezin to get in contact with us with exactly what it needs. Bezin is, he like shakes his head and looks down, looks back up. It's like, Bezin is a character. He'll be very, very exact, but it takes him a while to come up with terms and whatever. But yeah, I'd say a week is about a good time. So honestly, until then, like, Ward Bloom is yours.
Whoa.
What was that?
I think somebody was just going through a door. It's okay enough.
Well timed. Very well timed.
Harry goes like, oh man, that's a really squeaky door. Might want to grease that up a little bit later, Mac. And Mac's like, yeah, we'll get to it.
So, I guess, that being said, how about we just go walk around, I guess?
Hum actually has a sort of plan in mind. She noticed last time, she noticed when Mac was getting the flyer for the King's tournament. She saw the message about someone having their purse being stolen, and she still has the leather strap. She's just going to go over to that note to see if there's any information on it, who this person is, because it might have belonged to that strap.
Oh, all the things I improvise. You just had to come bite back in the... All right, so... you look down and you see that it is Mrs. MLN. MLN. Because this is pro tip, kids. If you need to come up with a quick fantasy name, just name any 3 letters in a row. So MLN is you read this up as like MLN is missing her purse, and it is there's her address, and it's in Ward Bloom.
She takes the flyer and looks it over. Goes over to Mac and Yuvin. This MLN. Do you know exactly where this MLN is? Is there...
Melon? He takes a look. It's like, oh yeah, it's right across Ward, and he gives you exact directions to the front of that house.
Thank you. I think I may be paying her a visit.
You mind if I join you?
Certainly, Drogar. Are you going to be all right? You seem rather shaken.
I need something to pass the time and to get my mind off of things.
Very well.
Okay, so Drogar and Hum are going to be investigating around town for a missing purse. Baggin Raggin, Veronan, what would you two like to do for the week of quote-unquote free time you have in Wardbloom?
Are we able to learn a new skill of some sort?
You have a week. I mean,
Or
what
can
kind of
it,
skill?
I was looking over my sheet, and so I have a +3 to Arcana. And so I was wondering if there's something like that, maybe a little trick or something. Like nothing like magical, but kind of in the sense of it. You know what I mean? Maybe something like knowledge or some kind of understanding or something possibly.
Okay,
Baggin Raggin at your kid's birthday party now.
I know, right? Like, how I swirl around and I do the whole trick where I put the wig on and everything like that.
Watch me pull the rabbit out of my hat.
So
Things like US.
things like arcane knowledge and stuff like that.
Something that may assist me in whatever I'm doing.
Okay, so Baggin Raggin's going to be on an arcane knowledge trick. I'll keep that in mind. Veronan, for your week that you have off, what would you be doing around here?
Actually going to stock up on supplies. And he's very interested in finding a test subject for one of his new spells.
Okay. All right. So,
and he's kind of been eyeing Baggin Raggin because I think he might be interested.
I am interested in Arcana. It kind of works.
Okay. So we have our week thing first. So first we're going to jump over to Toba, who is, I'm assuming, going straight to autos.
Yep.
As you enter the door, ding, 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 ding. And from behind the desk, let me just get, boop, you have the familiar blonde, it's some of you familiar blonde-haired.
He has a face now.
Yep, Arvard. Oh, hi, it's Toba, right? Hey, welcome to Autos. How can I help you?
Yes. It is still morning, right?
Yeah, it would be, 10:30, close to 11 or something like that.
Close enough. Good morning to you.
Just tell them I don't want the facilities.
Okay.
They probably hear everything I'm saying already.
Yeah, I can hear you, dude.
He's going to pee, audience.
Yeah.
They heard you. Oh dear.
Me getting out of my chair noises.
All right, so as you
do you hear weird voices in your head?
Going without me.
Toba says to the cashier.
the cashier is like, I don't know if it's in your head or not, but it sure sounds like it needs more fiber.
Yeah. Word on
They're
that.
saying you need more fiber.
Why did I
need
say
more
that?
fiber and I need less chair.
Anyway,
It doesn't clutter up the room.
I'm actually here. I need a decent sized jar, and I need at least, just to be on the safe side, 6 feet of leather strapping.
And as you're saying this, Arvard is tallying this up. So a large jar.
Well, I wouldn't say large. I'd say maybe medium size.
Medium size. Hang on. And as he, just give me one moment. He opens a door that goes to a back room. And you're shuffling around in the back. And he opens the door again, and he is carrying 2 separate jars in his hand. And it's like, all right, so we got this, boop, and he drops one down, and it is about the size of a large pickle jar in real life. And we've also got this other jar here that is significantly larger. It's kind of like a small, flower vase sized almost, but it's like a jar shape, and it's taller. But what? Are any of these the size you're looking for?
Oh, that would depend. Probably something I should have asked back at the Heroes Guild. Maybe you might know. How big are the hornets here in the Wardbloom area?
Hornets?
Yes.
He takes his hand and he spreads them out by about 2 inches. They're not very large. Well, I mean, they're hornets. They're large for bees, but there are, you know.
2 inches is giant! Holy shoot!
Is Kiki? Is everything okay?
No. It's just I'm just hearing the description of 2 inches of for a bee.
That's the
And that is-
giant hornet. They're actually they're actually that long.
It's still it's terrifying. Still,
I know.
Yeah.
I am an absolute wuss. I am an absolute wuss.
I'm
Please
scared
forgive
of
me.
hornets too. Why do you think I'm? You think
Literally, everyone should be scared of hornets, right? They are hornets. They
They
exist
are
for
hornets.
one thing: to boop you up.
they are here to mess you up? They are not surprised. They are not confused. They are here to.
Yeah.
That's it.
They
Hornets-
are pain.
All right,
I mean, wasps themselves only get to be like maybe an inch, depending on like the species. But yeah, hornets are if they're big and angry little, they're right
okay.
bat fiends.
You got something a little smaller than this. He points to the pickle jar.
Smaller than this one.
Yeah,
Right.
it's for it's a druidic ritual. Involves
Oh, druid ritual. All right. How many wasps are we fitting in the jar?
just one.
Just one.
Yes.
All right. So he like reaches beneath the counter and he pulls off like, small peanut butter jar sized jar. And it's got the lid on it. It's not full of peanut butter. It's like just a jar like that.
Darn.
Yep.
That'll do. Thank you. It's not over the hornet, but it's also to collect sapling. Yeah, sapling from a tree. Or sap from a tree, excuse me.
All right. Sap from a tree with a hornet. That's all right. So, how many feet did you need of leather?
Let's do 6 on the safe side.
6 feet of leather. All right. We've got, and he, goes over to like a bunch of like belts. Some of them are like super fancy, and on the side there's like just straps of leather. So he takes 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nothing fancy.
All right, does it have to be?
It doesn't have to be fancy.
Okay. Does it have to be a continuous 6 feet?
That would probably be for the best. Yes.
All right. So he's looking at the leather strap.
It's for a wrapping for a weapon. That's what it is.
Oh. All right. That's definitely weird. I mean, druid rituals are certainly weird. As he's shuffling through these leather straps, are just like in the corner. He finds one that's like, that's about 6 feet. Yeah. So he disconnects that. He like coils it up, puts it next to the jar. And what else were you looking for?
That's it as far as here. I actually do require some information. What would you know about a local butcher here in town?
Oh, that'd be Margaret for sure.
And where would Margaret be?
Margaret would be, and he gives you exact directions to where this is. Because Lord knows if I try and give actual directions, I'm going to send you all to the same building every time.
Fair enough. Then we'll just say we'll just say they give it to me. Thank you very much. This is very helpful. How much are you for the jar and leather?
For the jar and leather, I am trying to look up like what leather straps cost in D&D. I'm not finding what it is, but he's putting it all together. Make it like 5 gold.
5 gold. Let me check my inventory. 1 sec.
All right.
Very well. He drops 5 gold.
All right, 5 gold. All right. He takes the 5 gold and all right. Pushes the jar and leather straps towards you and have fun at Margaret's.
Thank you very much. What was your name again?
Arvard.
Arvard. Thank you very much for your patron. Yeah, thank you very much for your help, and may the great Quetzalcoatlus watch over you.
And he's like, waves you off. He's like, okay.
It's a blessing, I assure you.
Oh, yeah, blessing. Yep,
So,
take
yeah,
care and tell everybody you shot the autos.
Certainly. Toba takes a bow and walks out and heads for
All right,
Margaret's.
so, we're going to Ward Bloom, and let me just move some stuff around. You take everything over there to Margaret, and you run into Hum and Drogar, who are walking their way towards the... why is it not letting me... Okay, GM layer.
No.
Sorry, Georgie, you're not here. You're wherever you are.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
okay, I'm off. Bye.
Drogar is under the grid for some reason. Drogar is under the grid for some reason.
I think I know why. It's because I put him on the map layer, not the token layer.
Oops.
Oops.
I can do that. So, everyone's over here. Oh, can't forget the other most important character, Ursus.
Yes.
Mascot.
Yep. So,
Yeah,
yep,
my
yep.
last
Trailing behind you is Ursus.
Okay. Toba walks up and sees the two. Drogar. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again as well, Toba.
Forgive me for rushing out of the guild earlier. This is something of the utmost importance.
You're fine, Toba. I know you have other priorities.
Super quick, I want to have a tiny little bit of fun before I move on.
Okay.
Toba sees Ursus, and him being the Druid he is, he's never actually tried this before. Toba would like to cast Speak with Animal on Ursus.
Oh no!
And thus the DM's curse begins. I have to make
Oh,
every
no.
squirrel, bear, everyone's got to have an individual voice.
Oh
no!
So, verbal and somatic. So that means Drogar and Hum. You see Toba like wave his, say some weird words, and I believe somatic is just like waving your hands around in a specific way.
Banjo Poobas. No, wait, Banjo Puyogi. There you go.
So for 10 minutes, you see.
Okay, so Toba will look over to Ursus. Good morning to you, Ursus. How do you fare today?
Doing good.
Oh my god, I love it.
Where is Master going?
I believe he's aiding Hum in something that she's trying to take care of. You do your friend Drogar well. I don't know if he's told you that, but
Yes.
I believe I still have a piece of ration left. I actually take it out and I hand it to Ursus for you helping us on our mission so far.
So Ursus, Drogar, you see Ursus like lean up and like start sniffing the ration. Berry food. And Ursus looks back at Drogar, and but you, Toba, think is like, may I?
Oh, of course you can, bud.
Thank you, Master.
Only
He goes over and he just like licks the rations out of your hands, like, yes, food, delicious food.
Toba will take a knee and hold out his hand for a handshake.
More food? As Ursa's like sniffing your hand. More food?
More food later, but a token of friendship. Extend your paw.
Friendship. And Ursus just licks you right in the face.
Yeah, that works too. You're a good boy, Ursus. He scratches behind his ear.
Thank you. As his foot is just doing that thump thing.
Keep up the amazing work.
Thank you, friend.
I do have one question for you though. Before I press on.
Oh?
When I turn into my beast form, how do you react?
Friend.
Friend? Okay.
Friend.
Oh.
Friend of master? Friend.
You are a good and you are a good friend yourself, Ursus.
Am friend.
Yes. We'll get back on his feet. And he looks over to Hum and Drogar. I probably either tonight or tomorrow. I'm probably going to leave for Mount Zureen. If you guys are, I know you have your own thing, but you are more than welcome to join me. On this mission. In fact, I could use the company.
Had to say that it was.
Sorry.
We'll take you up on that right now.
I still have a few things I need to take care of. Well, we'll discuss more tonight.
Very good then. We'll discuss it later, of course.
Of course.
Okay.
And
In the
meantime, we're going to be seeing this this young miss about her purse being taken.
Okay.
all right, Toba will bow to both of them, walk past, once again pat Drogar on his shoulder, and we'll head towards Margaret's.
As you're walking away, you hear, "Goodbye, friend."
Goodbye to you,
Drogar.
Ursus.
Drogar, Ursus is like growling and barking and snarling more than usual, but it's more like friendly barking, growling, and stuff. That's kind of weird.
Drogar definitely understands what's going on, and he just gives him a good old pet on the snout, knowing exactly what was going on between the two of them.
I've always wanted to
Okay.
do that, so
Yep.
I was curious what Ursus would sound like if I spoke with him. I had my fun.
Thank you for
Okay.
blessing our D&D session.
Thank you
Yep.
for finally giving him a voice.
It was bound to happen at some point.
Yeah, Hum doesn't understand what was happening, but she's very touched by it. She was very much enjoying Ursus just being very sweet with Toba.
Absolutely.
And she definitely had she was stifling more than a few giggles with Ursus licking him right in the face.
Yep.
All right. So, yep, Toba is going off to Margaret's. Meanwhile, we're going to shift our focus to you, Hum, and Drogar. Hum, you are holding the scrap of what you may think is a purse of some sort, and you, after that wonderful moment with Toba, Ursus falling behind you and Drogar as you are walking towards the house of Emmeline.
Okay.
All right, so I'll be going up into I'll make sure that's this Emmeline person.
Yep,
knows
you
that
walk.
we're here.
Yep, as you were going through the town of Wardbloom, and you eventually arrive at the front door of a small little hovel that is there. Yep, it's like exactly where Yuvin and Mac told you. One of those two told you where it was.
Drogar just looks over to Hum and just goes,
Maybe me and Ursus should stay behind and let you do the talking. I don't think they're going to enjoy very much to see a bear on their porch.
That's understandable. I'll go up to the door, and she goes up to the door and very she's nervous, but then eventually she just very lightly knocks on the door to see if anyone's there.
All right, you go ahead and knock. And then after a little, you hear a doop, 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 doop. And then you hear the door just unlock, and then a peek, and the door opens all the way. And before you stands a the more I make up about this character, the more it's going to bite me in the rear end. So you come across a woman who is in her 40s. She's got some crow's feet. She's got little psychic job, but overall, she's also got her hair tied in like a wonderful braid going behind her, and it kind of goes over her right shoulder. And she goes, "May I help you?"
Emmeline, right?
Yes. And who are you?
I go by Hum. I saw your posting about your purse having gone missing back at the guild.
Oh, I thought you were going to start preaching. But yes, of course.
No. Goodness gracious, no.
Oh, yes. Have you found it, or?
Well, I'm not sure if I have. And she pulls out the scrap of leather she found yesterday. That was found yesterday with the 8 coins. Was
Emily?
this part of it?
Oh, Emmeline reaches out, looks at it. It's like, no, this is not part of it. This leather is like a deep brown, but mine was more of like a purple color. But I mean, it's a thought that counts. And she hands the leather scrap back over to you.
I'm so sorry, miss. Me and me fellows came across this scrap as well as gold coins, and thought that it might have been yours.
Oh, but the gold coins are absolutely, totally. She's like, no, I can't make that kind of joke. Someone else would have lost it then. But
Might help if I give you a description of the bag itself.
And she goes on to quickly describe it's like a purple leather bag that has like a metal clasp that's of gold on it. It kind of like locks at the top. And she tells you that she was out with some friends one night, drinking at a friend's place, and as she was walking over, she was accosted by someone who wanted their money. She's like, no, and she as they reached forward, and she didn't really get a good look at him, they reached forward and tried to grab her, but she ran away, but the purse was left behind, and she just ran for it. And she returned. She's giving you a description of where this area was. She returned the next day to try and find it, but couldn't find it. So she, she just wants the purse back because it has like sentimental value to her. Like her mother, who had passed away some years ago, was the one who gifted that to her shortly before she fell ill. And she doesn't really care about like the money and stuff on it. She just wants to have the bag itself back. So, yep, she gives you a bit of a description of that.
Listens intently and bows her head, hearing that it's a very sentimental item. Hopefully where you were at was kind enough to take the purse for safety's sake, so if it's possible to head back, check with them, maybe see if they still have it.
I was going to say is, even though the person says they can't distinguish a lot, is there like any kind of like anything that they? Because I'm far away, I can't ask.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
you know what? Drogar just is hearing this from a distance, and
okay,
he calls out to Hum. Is there any? I'm not going to do the voice for this, but
Okay.
Is there any special detail they can remember about the person? Like anything at all, from like the color of their cloak, just anything at all that they can wrap their brain around.
Okay. Let me think of what kind of check this would be. Trying to remember something that would be.
Would that be
probably like wisdom?
Yeah,
I'd say,
I was
like
gonna say
regular wisdom check on my end. Let's see, 17 plus. Just like a regular person, like plus like an 18. Well, it was certainly someone roughly my size, because they didn't, not like Georgie small or anything.
they're like 4 or 5 feet.
Yeah, so definitely not like halfling sized, but he did have like a scraggly black beard of some sort, but unfortunately it was so very dark at night. The moonlight that was there was not very illuminating. How many nights ago did this event? I need to double check my fantasy calendar to see what. Rikkaku would have been like at Waxing Crescent, so that was there would be very little light, but definitely a black scraggly beard of some sort.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, it's just like too dark to really see anything. I'm glad I got out with my life, but hers just means a lot to me.
I understand, dear. We'll certainly keep an eye out for that type of individual, and we'll be sure to keep an eye out for your purse. Although I do suggest, now that it's daylight and ideally safer, you can go back to where you were and ask the barkeep or whoever it was that runs the area.
Well, yep. If you do find it, then please, with all haste, return it to me.
Of course, dear.
All right, and she's like,
Okay, I have to go back to my textiles now. That's.
Of course, dear. You have a good day.
You take care. What was your name?
I go by Hum.
Hum. Yes. Okay.
and she waves you out, closes the door. You hear that locking, and she just goes about her way.
And Hum returns to Drogar and Ursus. Well, that wasn't the one that lost their change. Sounded like something far more important than just 8 gold.
So, who are we looking for? Did you get that answer? I couldn't hear from where I am.
It was a kind of... Well, they didn't really she didn't exactly have a good look at their face. It was someone with a black scraggly beard, but with Recieves being in an early stage of life, there was no real discerning features that could be seen at the time.
He's just trying to find a piece of hay in a haystack.
Maybe a specific piece of hay, but I think you may mean needle, Drogar.
So, considering how many people have scraggly beards, that's not going to be very easy now. Well, where do we head to if you have that information at the very least? Maybe we can talk to somebody.
And perhaps finding who. Maybe it's worth heading there ourselves. We have the entire day, we have the entire week or so, at least until Toba comes back.
Fair enough. Well, you lead the way then. Me and nurses will follow.
Very well, and she does so.
Right, so as you guys are doing your investigation thing, we're going to jump over to these two.
Yay!
Yep, I'm trying to balance everybody here.
This ought to be good.
Yeah, all right. So, let me just. Oops! Oh no!
Oh boy!
I'm already dead.
No, you're not. I just need to move these guys from the map layer back to
Also,
the GM layer so I can use
You're
them
out of the
later.
game again, Baggin.
Whee!
Yeah, you
Yeah.
There you are.
Okay.
I think he's doing this on his device too.
No, I think what it is because I'm switched over to the you call it the character sheet. When I switch over to the tab, it just takes me out.
Going forward, try 2 separate windows. That's what I do.
Oh, that's what I normally do, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, Veronan and Baggin Raggin. Baggin Raggin, you are looking for arcane knowledge, and Veronan has let slip to you, whether it be at the bar or whatever, that he may need your assistance with something.
So, wait, gotta get the voice again. It's the Radigan voice, you know. So, what do you need my help with?
Well, you see, I've come into the possession of a new spell that I need to test out on somebody, and I think you might find it very fortuitous.
After the chat for Baggin Raggin.
There are several words in there that concern me. One, the main thing is testing something on me. What does fortuitous mean?
You will like what happens.
Am I getting food?
No.
Oh. Well, I'm a very simple individual. Will you pay for lunch?
What time is
it? Right now, it's about 11 o'clock or so. Because, trying to simultaneously get Toba, Drogar, and everyone.
Why not? Well, I'll buy us lunch for this since you're being.
All right, you have a deal. You had me as you would. So, what do you need to do?
You just stand there. Veron's going to
step at the bar?
No, you're just out and about town.
Oh, we're out and about. Okay, gotcha. I thought we were the bar. I was like, you're going to test this on me inside a building?
You can easily find a clearing just outside of town, so that way you're not causing any big kabooms anywhere.
Oh, no, there's no kaboom.
Okay, not yet.
I just kind of want to see the reaction that Baggin Raggin will have to this.
Let me know if...
So, Veron's going to reach into his pouch and pull out a small bag, and he will unravel it. And you may be able to recognize what this is. It is a small amount of powdered iron. I doubt anyone knows what this is used for.
Powdered iron. Did I hear that correctly?
Powdered iron, yes.
Well, I have a bit of an iron deficiency, but I don't know how you're going to do this.
Well, we're going to fix that.
Oh, good.
Are you prepared?
As long as it makes me not have to go to the doctors every month, I'm good.
No, I doubt that.
Now turn your head and cough.
Veron's going to take a small pinch of the iron throw it around Baggin Raggin, and then begin to recite a small incantation to cast enlarge/reduce.
It's like glitter.
Okay, so which are we going big or are we going small?
We're going big.
Oh, nope, not both of them.
Oh my gosh!
So as the spell is casting, you're like, oh, this is interesting, and
Technically, I'd be the
notice-
same size as probably.
So yeah, you've gone from
Veronan?
small to medium. So for other people, it'd be like they'd be huge, but right now it's like you're looking up at Veronan, and normally you look up at him, but slowly but surely you get to eye level with him.
Oh my god! I can see your eyes.
In the back of his head.
Do I look a little chubby to you by chance? Did this make me thinner?
No. No. But now you won't need a ride. And now we can have that lunch and you can actually sit at the table.
Well, just hold on now, you know.
What?
I kind of like the rides. I'm a little lazy, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
If anything, can you make me smaller? I could be pocket sized.
Does the spell last, by the way?
Let's see. As long as I maintain concentration up to a minute.
Up
Hey,
to
look!
1
A
minute.
sparrow!
Veronan's gonna reach back into his pocket. So you want to see how small you can get. Okay.
And
I
then,
too am very
I suppose at this point a minute's passed, so zip.
Hey, before we do this, we play a little bit of a prank on people.
Go on.
So, I don't know how small I'm gonna get, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to fit in your backpack.
Oh,
We can pretend that you kidnapped something like a rodent, or you have an animal.
Choices and consequences, choices and consequences. Never mind.
back in the school days, Veronan did like to play pranks, so this is actually this is actually
If you have any ideas as well, I'm totally down.
like, okay, let's do it.
No.
So he takes out the fishing iron, brings it over him, says the incantation, but this time to reduce the size.
And you see Baggin Raggin just like zip. Just from small to tiny.
Have you
Which
ever
is-
seen? There's a story among my people, and it's about a little girl who goes into a well into this other world, and she eats a mushroom and becomes small. This is exactly like that. There was like a rabbit and a bug and some like
And
queen or something.
him into his bag as he's still talking.
So it only lasts for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So as you are like, okay, how are we gonna prank this? All of a sudden, it's like, zoop, it just got real heavy back there.
I'm in the bag. I'm like, oh god!
Yeah.
Open it up!
Yep. So you like, as you're like, it used to be comfortable. Now all of a sudden it's just like squished, and like your head, like your nose is peeking out of it, and it's like,
Oh, it falls backwards.
oh my god.
All right. Okay. Crap. Like a minute. Are you okay?
You're still buying me lunch, right?
Yes, I'm still buying you.
All right, then
lunch.
I'll be fine.
Okay, there's a small bag of iron powder in there. I can't really reach. You're kind of taking up the whole bag.
Oh, okay. Let me just move my leg real quick.
What happened? Real talk. What happens if he accidentally snorts it?
There are some rules in D&D. Even I'm not sure what's gonna happen.
Only a 1 to 100.
Oh
Let's scale
god.
of 1 to 100. How much tetanus do you have?
Oh
Yes.
So, So at this point, you two are like conspiring to come up with all sorts of pranks, and we are going to jump to let's hang on. First map. Then from here, I'm going to make it nighttime. So it is the night. I'm going to bring back Toba.
Hi.
Yep, you have gone to the butcher's at Margaret's. You had, you picked up, how much meat did you need to pick up?
I did not pick up a meat at all. I needed to pick up a large femur from an ox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, large femur from an ox. Margaret would have given you the weirdest look, but as soon as you say Druid ritual, she's like, oh, all right. She's like, 5 silver for that.
I will deduct that from my place.
Yep. Veronan, Baggin Raggin, how about we leave you guys alone for now? So you are heading into the inn. Drogar, Ursus, and Hum. You two were still on the hunt for the purse?
Yes. Yes, we were.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me. Both of you can either roll separately, or one of you can give the other advantage.
I will go ahead and you roll.
Okay, I'll
You
Natural
roll.
one.
hold on.
I got a nat 1.
Hold on. What was it again?
It was an investigation check. It'll
11 and plus 3. I have a 14.
we're going with hers.
All right, so with a 14, you scour Ward Bloom, left, right, and center. You ask around town, and unfortunately, you cannot determine the location of this purse. Not with a 14, sorry.
Rats.
Well, we did wrong. I suppose we should just go back to the hotel and just call it a night.
It is getting rather late. You can go ahead. I'll just do a nightly stroll.
And at this point, Veronan and Baggin Raggin, you've returned from some of your escapades, if you've had any. Go ahead and how about both of you give me a performance check to see whether or not any pranking you did was successful or not successful.
Tossed in jail. Tossed in jail. Tossed in jail.
No, they're returning, so
Oh, 7.
you got a
I thought that was
7.
a 1 for a second. I was
All
like,
right, Veronan, what was your performance?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
What did you roll, Veronan?
Gotta sit. 4.
You rolled
oh,
4.
we're horrible pranksters. Horrible pranksters.
Yeah.
We should just keep this going, though, as a thing.
So,
I'll get there.
4 to 7. You don't get any laughs from everyone. You just get the weirdest stares from other people.
I got,
And
So, can I establish possibly one of the pranks I wanted to do?
sure, go for it. As
So-
you're wandering back over to the group, and you're all just looking dejected.
So there's an obvious reason why the performance works. So it's basically the same thing what happened originally. So what I did was I got into his bag, and I went invisible. I hid from everyone. And I would throw things at people randomly, and then because I'd be so small, they were like, what was that? You know what I'm saying? But I'd kind of annoy people. But then what ended up happening is the same thing that happened after a minute, and everyone's just around, and they're just you just hear, "Ugh!" And I'm just they're like, what's that sound? And just me screaming, oh my God! I'm just I need to breathe.
Oh dear.
Oh, good lord.
And then so we were caught. We were caught red-handed.
All right. So you're relaying this story to the group.
Hum is just looking very disappointed at Veronan. You're an Aasimar. You know better than this.
Oh my god.
I'll be honest. I was bribed lunch, and anything when it comes to food, it's hard to say no.
You see Veronan looking at Ursus. Hey, Drogar, you want to pick me up?
I could sure use something to smile about right now, yes.
Come with me. He walks over to Ursus.
Oh no.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna
No,
make
no,
some
no.
space here.
No, no, no.
And
pulls
so he
out
walks
the very-
over.
He pulls up. It's gonna be okay. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Swear to God. Swear on my teachings. He pulls out the bag of powdered iron. Looks at Ursus. Puffs it out around him. Does the incantation for reduce.
And as you're doing this, Ursus is like, what? And Drogar, you see your extra medium-sized bear go small and just like fly backwards a little bit. It like rolls over on its back. It's like, Ursus looks over towards you, like, what is going on? Like, slight panic.
Drogar's also panicked. Just,
What did you do to him?
and he's just looking at him like really angry.
Hum
Not perceive this. He thought he was doing something good.
Hum is just surprised and just sets the basket down, carefully goes over to Ursus and just kneels down, holds a hand out. It's going to be all right, dear one.
And Ursus is trying to crawl. Yeah, Ursus is trying to crawl into your lap.
Oh my god.
There, dear. Shh. There. And Hum is humming as she pets Ursus just on her lap, just carefully, very carefully, just trying to calm him down.
This cub-sized bear now. How long does that spell last? Oh, all right,
no.
a minute. As you are petting it, all of a sudden it's like, shoop. You no longer have a cub in your lap. You basically have a bear in your lap. It's like, oof, a little heavy.
Oh my goodness.
Hum is suddenly just knocked back. She's now on her back.
Drogar just looks over at Veronan.
What did you do to him that made him like this?
Ursus like gets up and like walks over to like your head, like starts sniffing, poking you with its nose.
Ugh. Well, at least it didn't last long.
No, apparently the knowledge reduce spell doesn't last that long. Sorry about that. I just wanted to give you a cub-sized bear to make you happy.
You know what? That's okay. You know what? That's okay. I'm just thought it shouldn't have happened. It was a nice thought. I appreciate you.
He just pats dear old Ursus on the head and just looks over to Veronan.
It just warned me the next time you're about to do that, just so that I'm not taken aback that I nearly lost my...
He just kind of chuckles as he's looking down at her. Just a cup-sized bear. He's starting to get warmed up to the idea.
And Hum is struggling to sit back up again. Again, at least it didn't last too long.
Up, and then Drogar just kind of helps her back up after noticing that she's still trying to get up.
Thank you kindly. And she kind of she uses her tail to kind of sit herself up again.
But that being said, he was like he just looks over at Veronan just like a.
You know, the next time that this happens, maybe we can even get away with him actually going into a public area.
Oh, you're right.
Oh goodness!
Kind of embarrassed, like.
Well, I suppose that we've had at least today. I suppose we should get ready for the next day. Toba, you said that you were going on a journey. Are we still up to helping you with that?
That's up to you. I guess, Veronan, you and Baggin weren't here, but starting tomorrow, I'm making a trip back to Mount Zureen. I need to complete this ceremony within a few days. And the best time for me to leave is in the morning. You guys are more than welcome to stay and do what you need to do here, but you're equally welcome to come follow me. The choice is yours.
The Drogar he just kind of chuckles to himself and he just goes,
Where one part of the pack goes, the rest of the herd will follow.
basically just making a little stupid pun on just wherever you go, the rest of the group will definitely.
It's because I'm part elephant, isn't it?
It was. See, I was expecting. Yes.
Toba playfully nudges Drogar and the rib a little bit. Hey, it's all right.
Baggin Raggin speaks up and he's just like, "Where you go, I go, because you're my ride, mainly."
Yeah, we're gonna have a talk about that here before long.
Well, all good things come to an end. But I'm with you till the end, buddy.
Thank you. Looks over to Veronan.
Veronan's been looking at right back, kind of like scratching his chin, looking at the powdered iron, looking back at you. Yeah, I'll join.
Keep the powder to yourself.
Something else to do.
He needs more of his magic cocaine. Terrible.
Well, then it's settled. Everyone, sleep well. We got a trip back to Mount Zureen in the morning, and we leave at the crack of dawn.
I'll certainly let Corrind know as well. I'll
Right.
be doing me nightly stroll.
Sounds good.
All right. So, at this point, I'm assuming Toba, Drogar, Veronan, and Baggin Raggin, you are all going inside and getting ready for bed?
Yeah.
For the most part, but this time before Toba goes to bed, he kneels down in sort of a samurai style, or what is called seiza. Says a quick prayer in Styracian. Bows and says, under his breath, "Great Quetzalcoatlus, guide me on this path. May I bring you glory into the people of Styracio." Then he just climbs into bed and just slowly goes to sleep.
Yep. We have so Drogar.
Drogar. Yep. Drogar, before he gets officially into bed, he pulls the note out one more time and just looks into it, and he mutters, "I love you back." And he starts thinking, even though he knows he can't really travel a message out at the moment, he just looks out to look at the moon and just goes,
One day when my adventures are over, I will find you.
You look at the moon. It's first quarter rising, so it's not at half yet, but it's getting there.
It's
It
getting
illuminates the area a little bit.
there. Yeah. He takes the note, puts it to his chest, and then he goes right to bed and drifts off.
All right, there we go. There it says, Veronan.
So Veronan's actually sitting there, grasping the cuff on his arm. A little bit of lore dump here.
Okay.
Boy.
He hears a voice. He hears what sounds like a woman giggle and says, "You're so bad. You know if I were there right now, I would be chastising you. But you're lucky you're cute."
Oh no!
Veron's just like, He just passes out.
All right. And Baggin Raggin, what are we doing?
Storm!
Baggin Raggin? What are you doing before
Storm!
the night ends?
Baggin!
Going once.
I think
Sorry,
he's already
my wife
passed
called
out.
me.
Oh, sorry.
What was the question?
Baggin Raggin, what are you doing before night's end, if anything?
So I'm gonna continue just looking through or trying to maybe do some of that whole Arcana thing, maybe?
Oh, so he's taking the night to study.
All right. So you're trying to discern what exactly happened. You know that Iron Dust had something to do with it,
Yeah.
and you're trying to study it, but man, it's like it's starting to get loopy hours. So it's like maybe I should just go, get my long rest now and think about it later.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. As you are walking this late at night, doing your nightly stroll, you look up at Rikkaku, and you notice that there are clouds coming in.
Uh-oh. She braces herself in case she hears the whispering again.
Nope. You hope you don't hear whispers, but instead you hear low thunder in the distance.
Oh. That's ominous. Hopefully this doesn't impede too much on Toba.
There's like low thunder in the background. And you get the sense that this isn't like magic. This is just a storm is going to be coming in.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't be too bad by the time Toba gets ready on his journey for Zureen tomorrow. Poor man.
Yeah.
He's gonna need all the support he can get.
And you feel a slight tap on your shoulder.
And she jumps and turns around.
There's no one there, but your shoulder feels a little wet, and you feel another tap on the other shoulder, then like on your forehead, then tap, tap, tap.
Oh.
And
She holds a hand out and she notices, yeah, it's raining.
yep, it's starting to sprinkle a little bit.
Oh. I suppose I should probably end the stroll early. No point in me being out here and two of us being sick. Corrind is going to need a little help getting out of bed by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
And she tugs her hood down a little bit more and starts making a bit of a quick pace back to the Sparrow's Wing.
Yep. All right, you hurry back, and the storm's starting to pick up ever so slightly. And you enter in, and you see Corrind lying up in their bed. They're like, "Oh, hey, I think I'm getting better."
You sound a little bit better, certainly better rested. And she kind of wrings her hood out a little bit. Toba is going to be wanting some company for tomorrow. We have an assignment from the guild, but it's looking like to be about a week or so before it's fully finalized. And in that week, we're going to help Toba with his druidic ceremony.
Yep. Definitely sounds like a plan. Well.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
and she just she tries to wipe off her hand so that it's dry enough, and then places it back on Corrind's forehead.
That's cooler than what it was this morning. So Corrind might be turning the bend, may not, depending if Ko comes here next 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
You've got to leave that open. But yeah. So as everything is, just get everybody out here into the token layer. Everyone is resting in for a wonderful night. And there are certainly things that are going to be happening within the morning. The thunder rolls in, the rain starts getting heavier.
Is very glad that she closed the window before leaving for today.
Yep, very close. With one of our compatriots gone off to go back home, another out sick, hopefully things will get better. Thunder, and everyone goes into a nice sleep. Boom! A what sounds like a massive lightning bolt strikes. You think it's like, oh, it's like jolting wide awake before the crack of dawn. And it doesn't sound like there's any rain out there. But you do hear a voice. All right, we're the people that killed Mathis. And that is where we're going to end off everything tonight.
I'm sorry, what? Also, you kind of maxed out.
Cut out.
You cut out.
Oh, okay. When I said boom in Discord was say no more.
Yeah.
So, at this point, you were all shaken awake by what sounded like a massive thunderstruck, but there's no rain. And then you hear a woman's voice cry out, "All right, we're here for those who killed Mathis."
Oh.
Hold on a sec. That
Wasn't that the like the first?
Stormpye has no idea, does he?
No, he doesn't.
No.
No,
Oh my god.
he is guilty by.
Oh
association.
no. I just remembered who that is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no. Well, just the thing is, like, she's already like, kind of like clinging to the bed like a cat, like a scared cat. Just after that, boom.
Veronan's like, should we sick a giant dragonborn on them? Maybe we should.
Howdy, folks. Thank you kindly for checking out the D&D World Campaign. If you want to catch us live, you can join us at twitch.tv/Rikkaku the Sai-Krowe every other Wednesday night at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, and 8 Pacific Standard Times. For updates, follow us on Twitter and Discord. All links will be in the description below. Want to watch another episode, or if you're just into retro gaming in general, keep it tuned here to the Retro Planet. Until next time, may the dice forever be in your favor. Peace, I'm out on the Sai-Krowe.